All right, so we are live. Welcome everybody to the Winning Women Network Spotlight Hour. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to actually be co-hosting with yours truly, Miss Valerie Mason. Go ahead and wave. Lovely, okay. Guys, you are actually tuned in to, I think all the interviews we have been exceptional, but we're excited about this one. It's actually the last one of this year 2014, and we were so excited when this young lady, well, yeah, young lady, when she said that she would actually come on. I called Val, and Val was like screaming on the phone, and so yes, we're really just excited to have our guest tonight, Ms. Yvonne Anderson. Now, I want to make a couple announcements. I'm just, the announcement queen here. Tonight we're actually giving away. We're giving away a book tonight, so you can listen in, be very attentive to the things that you hear on tonight, because if you all have been on my giveaways, then you know that I just pick something really random and choose it in order to do the giveaway. So look out for that. Be sure to invite someone. If you want to post on the social media platforms about this event tonight, you're going to see hashtag Winning Women Network, okay? Winning Women Network, I know, it's a little bit long, or you can use WWN, right? But I like Winning Women Network, so I can go and find out what you all are saying so we can engage with you on the social media platforms, being Twitter, Instagram, and of course, my love child, Facebook. So I'll definitely be on Facebook. Also, it's the end of the year, so I have to say a bunch of things. Next year, we're actually having an event. The Unit of Prosperity is having an event. The Winning Women Network will be at this event, right? Right, ladies, okay? Like, leave me a comment and let me know you guys are coming to the event. Yes. Valerie will be there. I will be there. Yvonne will be there. So we're all going to be there. And we want to show up really big for this event. So get your ticket, ulpevents.com. We're almost sold out. I'm pretty sure there's less than 100 tickets left at this point. So be sure and get your tickets for the event, because I'm sure there's going to be some information that's going to be life-changing. I know Yvonne, and she may tell a little bit about what she's teaching, but she's going to be teaching there. I think they're going to let me teach something. I don't even remember, Val. Val will be teaching something. So it's going to be an amazing event. So you want to get there. You want to get there and rub elbows and just hang out, right? Just have a good time. That's the thing about events, is that we just can have a good time, right? That's, if I'm coming, we're going to have a good time, okay? So anyway, so without further ado, you all, I want to introduce our interviewer and our glamorous host for the night, Miss Valerie Mason. Valerie.
Hey, Keisha.
Hello.
Thank you for that introduction. Yes, I'm definitely going to be at the event in February. I would not miss it. I'm ready. I have all my reservations. I'm ready to go. It's just a matter of counting down the days. And I'm so excited about tonight's interview with Yvonne, because I have been watching her, and I've just been in awe of like the things that she has done. And when Keisha said we got Yvonne on the 21st, I was like, yes, this is going to be awesome. So without any further ado, Yvonne Anderson, she's been with us. I'll let her tell you how long she's been with us, but what you really need to do is listen very closely to what she has to say, because she has managed to have the kind of success that so many of you out there say that you want, you know that you deserve, but you just need, to hear it. You might need to just want to pick her brain to figure out what exactly did she do. I'm going to let her share her story, her success, and as you know, when we have these spotlight sessions, you, the audience, will have a moment. You will have your time towards the end to ask your questions of Yvonne. So if you want to pick the brain of this multiple 5-figure, 6-figure earner right here, you need to stay to the very end. Stay to the end and be able to learn from her and get everything you can out of her, because her time is valuable and she's taking a moment to be with us for free tonight, okay? So without any further ado, Yvonne, welcome to the Winning Women's Network Spotlight. It's so awesome to have you.
Well, thank you. You guys, It's an honor to be here. I'm just elated that you guys even chose me to do an interview. So thank you for even having me.
Well, we're honored to have you, and so many people are excited to hear from you because they've been watching you. So I'm going to let you start with, how did you begin? How did you get into network marketing? What brought you to DS Domination? Just kind of fill us in on what we don't know about Yvonne from Colorado.
Okay, so I'm going to start this with don't judge me, okay? I'm going to tell my story, and I need no judgment, okay? So I've always worked a full-time job, but I always had the desire to have my own business. And so in the year 2000 is when I started my very first business, and I'm going to tell you guys what it was. Again, don't judge me. It was an adult line, the line that guys will call and talk to some pretty females, okay? So I started that line in 2000, and I was told it's going to come with 6 pretty girls, and they're going to do all the talking for you, and you're going to be the operator of these lines, and you're going to make a ton of money. And if you would just place these ads in the Rolling Stone magazine every month, you're going to get a bunch of phone calls. And so I did that, and I invested a lot of money. It was $5,000 a month for ad placement, okay? I did that for 3 months in a row. I paid $5 grand a month to have an ad in Rolling Stone magazine so that I could get a bunch of phone calls, because supposedly that was the magazine of choice, that all the guys were going to see my ad and call all my girls. So I did that, wasted a lot of money, and so of course I kept my day job because that didn't pan out. Okay, so then I started in network marketing. If you name a company, I have probably been a rep. At some point, I was a rep for every pretty much company out there that you could think of. I dragged my sisters into the companies with me, and that's what I did. My network marketing company to network marketing company. I did not have any success because I'm not good at sales. I'm not good at sales, okay? So during this time, I also was working full-time for Janus Mutual Funds for many years. I became a supervisor and was working there and still trying to do my side hustle. Let's put it this way. I always felt like I needed a side hustle. So in 2001, I got laid off from Janus, and that was my first taste of what I would call failure. Because here I am, I'm laid off. What am I going to do now? Okay, my adult line didn't pan out, so I have no real side hustle. These network marketing companies are not panning out. So what am I going to do, right? So, of course, I go and I find another job, but I found a job that was not going to be any problem with me still doing this network marketing company that I was doing, okay? So I'm doing this network marketing company and struggling all the way. Couldn't recruit a soul, okay? So fast forward a little bit, because this happened for years. I joined a different network marketing company because this new mentor told me that I was going to make a ton of money if I could sell these potions and lotions, and so I joined that company. And then I met another mentor who told me, no, you're in the wrong company. Come to this company, and you're going to do really well, okay? So for years this happened while I'm still working. At this point, I jumped into collections, auto loan collections, where we already know what that entails. I'm going to try to force you to make your car note, bring your account up to being current, and so that was my livelihood. I was an auto loan collector for many, many years while I still tried to get this side hustle going, okay? So after network marketing company after network marketing company, after mentor, I just, gave up. And then so my twin sister had this bright idea, let's get on eBay. So she's doing all this studying, and she's like, we're going to do I've got this term, it's called drop shipping, and we're going to just contract with these companies. So we started a company, it's called yayasvc, and it actually still exists. We build capture pages for a variety of home-based businesses. So I have that going for me a little bit. But, the problem with network marketing always was I cannot help my team duplicate what I'm doing, okay? Even if I did get a little bit of success, we all know that network marketing requires you to recruit. So she was like, let's get on eBay. Okay, I'm going to contract. I'm going to find all of our suppliers, and you just make these listings look really pretty. So we did that. And we started having some success. We found about 7 different companies we were working with. We were selling beds. We were selling sauna rooms. We were selling bathroom vanities. We were doing it, okay? So we were excited. We were like, we're going to quit these jobs, and we're going to make this happen. And we were so happy, okay? At this point, we found it. We're going to make it happen. We were platinum power sellers, so we were doing our thing, okay? And then I'm going to fast forward to the worst year of my life. 2007 came, and I lost my sister in a semi-truck accident. Her and her boyfriend passed away in a semi-truck accident, and it literally, I kind of wanted to go with her. I'm gonna be honest. I wanted to go with her because she was my ace, you know, my right hand. I'm gonna try not to cry through this story, but yeah, I felt like I lost my right hand. Okay, so she had helped, you know, she had did all the contracting, so I didn't really learn what she was doing, because who's thinking you're gonna lose your sister at 33, right? So I didn't learn what she was doing. So she's coming with all the products, she's contracting with people, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna make these listings look really pretty. So I'm putting our beds up and all the different stuff that we're selling, and I didn't know what to do after losing her. And so I tried for maybe a few months to try to get it together, and I couldn't. So I closed up shop. Okay, still couldn't quit my job because here we are, closed door, sister's gone, going through a divorce at the same time, ended up going through a bankruptcy because of it. So when I say 2007 was the worst year of my life, that was the worst year of my life. And I thank God for pulling me through it, because honestly, I truly was really missing her. I still miss her today. I'm like talking to her every day, trying to wish you were here to do DSD with me, you know. So we're going to fast forward a little bit. So I lost, you know, that was all just the worst year ever. And at the end of 2007, I learned about cash gifting. And I was like, okay, I talked to a friend, and she was like, I'm doing really well with cash gifting. You've got to join me in this. And so I was like, okay, I got $3,500. I'm going to toss it over there. And it really took off. I'm like, okay, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm going to finally be able to quit my job. I'm doing really good with cash gifting. The problem was, though, I didn't feel good about taking somebody's last $3,500 when I know what it entails. Would they be able to pick up the phone like we had to do, call people and invite people to this live phone call, and then would they get a gift in return? And so I was doing really good with it, but I felt horrible because will they do good? Somebody's putting together their last $3,500 to get in at the top level, and yes, I'm having a $4,000 day, a $10,000 week or whatever, but what do you do when you feel bad for the person that you just took $3,500 from, knowing that they might struggle, okay? And so I thought, well, let me get a smaller cash gifting going. So I went to the $150 cash gifting because I felt a little bit better about somebody coming up with $150, okay? So they came up with $150. I'm like, okay, we're doing this. Gifting is great. And so I saw some success. I'm like, okay, I'm doing really good with cash gifting. And at the time, my collections job, I was one of the top recruiters. I mean, I was the top collector in the company. And so for a reward, my company said, hey, we're going to give you the hardest portfolio to collect on. Let's see what you can do with it. Let's see what you can do with it. We're going to have you call the meanest people on the planet. See if you can get their car notes from them, okay? So I'm calling these people. I'm getting cussed out on a daily basis. I'm like, this is for the birds. Something's got to give, right? So I'm still doing my cash gifting, and I'm like, okay, I quit. I finally, 2010 came, fast forward 3 years, okay, I'm doing really good with cash gifting. I'm like, I'm going to quit. So I quit this job. I'm like, I'm done, auto loan collection. I just can't do it anymore. So 2010, I quit my job, and I haven't worked since. And it was because I was doing cash gifting, instant paydays, you know. I tapped into another company that I thought, here's one of the biggest issues that I have with what we've got going on in this industry. Okay, I'm doing really good with cash gifting, but I still feel bad because other people aren't doing good. And I didn't have that residual income. Okay, so I was looking for residual income because you had to keep bringing people in doing the cash gifting. So then I found that lovely penny auction. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Found that penny auction place, and this was it. We was going to do it. We're back in, you know, I'm doing really well. I brought in several people into that penny auction business, you know, pulling out thousands of dollars a month, and then what happens is gone overnight. And I was like, what in the world am I going to do now? So luckily, I thought I was going to have to go back to work, and then I found another program that I was good at recruiting with, where you get paid $80 every time you sign someone up. So once again, I'm getting paid every week. I'm doing good. I'm recruiting again. I'm back in business. I still don't have to go get a job, and you know, that's what I always tell my family. I will never work again. I am at I'm never going to do it again. Okay, so if I just got to keep looking and keep looking. So that went away. So here we are again. I started again that $80 program. You get paid every Friday. I was doing really well. But the problem still was I couldn't get my team to duplicate what I was doing, okay? So it's always been the problem, always, 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 no matter what I did, always the problem. So again, here we are. I'm like, what am I going to do? And then I was introduced to DS Domination, okay? Saw the way to get back to eBay. I was like, I can do this. I can do this. I got started in August last year, the end of August. I didn't do anything for the first month because I was working on another project, and I do still run Yaya Services, building capture pages and stuff. But in the long run, DS Domination fell into my lap at an opportune time because I really was looking for a passive way to make money without recruiting. And this is what is being sold to you with DS Domination, a way to make money online without having to recruit. And I was like, I'm so tired of recruiting, seeing my team struggle. I was going to sell some t-shirts on Facebook. You know, I was going to go that route. Then I was going to do some CPA offers and just get people to take action on that and get paid that way. But with CPA offers, of course, you got to have some money to put through, you know, some traffic on it and whatnot. So I was like, what am I going to do? And that's when DSD was introduced to me. And I was like, man, I loved drop shipping. I didn't know how to do it back then because of the contracting, and I didn't learn what my sister had, you know, had been taught. So here we are with this whole idea of moving some products from Amazon. Really? That's the way we're going to do it? So I was excited about it. So I put my first listing up. 24 hours later, the listing sold, and I was like, okay, this is it. So I just went at it. I did 2,500 in sales my very first month. The next month was like $3 grand. About 5 months in, I hit the 10 grand a month mark, and I was just, this is it. This is all she wrote. I'm gonna do DS Domination. Then I partnered with the Unit of Prosperity because I was like, I got to start sharing this because I have this list of people who have partnered with me in other programs that need to know about this. And I was like, how fair is it? How unfair is it of me to be sitting here making all this money doing something that doesn't require recruiting that anybody can do and have the nerve to not share it? I gotta share it. So Unit of Prosperity, everything that Reginald has put together for us has been a big factor in me being able to recruit as many people as I have. So in February, I started bringing people on board, sharing DS Domination. I think I just referred my 474th person since I started doing that, and it's just been awesome. So that is my story. I hope it wasn't too long, but that's my story.
Oh my God, I never would have thought Yvonne had a party liner like that.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Hella expensive. Okay, I was like,
I totally understand the whole adult thing, Yvonne. I've been there. I've so been there. So you joined DS in August, and you sat on it for about a month, and then you turned around and had this. You turn around and 5 months later, and you start to make $10,000 in sales on eBay. So that was, okay, that was like the beginning of this year, end of last year. So how is your business now? How are things now? Are you still progressing? Are you still having a good time? Are you still drop shipping?
Absolutely. So May was my best month so far in profit. It still holds the bar at 15 grand is what I made in May. But yes, every single month, still like clockwork. I try to have this goal of like $350 a day. You guys heard me talk about that on one of the previous things. $360 a day. I can go pull out the ATM. That's exciting to me. So that is always my goal, and I've been able to reach that every single month because I would assume because of the amount of my listings, I perfect my titles. That's the key, just getting those listings up. And yes, I'm still having great success. November, I started tapping into the Monopoly side and started selling on Amazon. And I'm blown away by the amount of sales that I've had with just the little amount of items that I have up on Amazon already. So it's been amazing. And yes, I'm still enjoying the ride.
So here's a question. All right, so right now you're working your business full time.
Yes.
Full time, awesome.
Yes.
So how did you go from, let's say, that first month where you made $2,500 in sales to fast forwarding to May, $15,000? How did you scale up your business?
It was elite. Please get me. Please tap into the other sources that are available to you so that you don't have to worry about Amazon being out of stock. But I'm telling you, I joined and I went all in from day one. So I bought all the products from day one. So that second month, I really scaled up and went into the elite model. And that, I'm telling you, that's where it all was. Scaling up just is you increasing your profit margin. $3 is your minimum profit. Nobody said you had to stay there. You know, $3 is the minimum you want to make. Get to $100 profit. Get to $200 profits. Make those larger sales and learn that at the elite level.
And here's something I think you had mentioned one time, and the number just blew me away. How many items do you have listed on eBay? Okay. What's the highest number you ever had listed on eBay? Because every time I heard the number, I was like, what?
So we got up to 1,000, right? Because I was like, okay, if I can get to 1,000, because I think I remember hearing Roger say something about having 2,500. So I was like, if I can get to 1,000, I'm gonna be happy. You know, that's my golden number. And then over the time, it's kind of scaled down. I had 850, kind of kept it around that level of how many that you have up. But it's really increase your listings if you can. But yeah, 1,000 was the most, but it's right around 850 is where of course I'm closed for the holiday now, but 850 is where I like to keep it. It's kind of manageable, not really, but kind of.
And how long would you say at the beginning, how long did it take you to list items? And then what is your fastest? What would you say it is?
I'm a perfectionist, and I took way too long trying to perfect and make my listings look pretty. And then it dawned on me that you're spending way too much time trying to make these listings look really cute. So I created this terms of service image and tossed it into all of my listings. That made it cute enough for me to keep going and list my items. So when I first got started, I would honestly 15, 20 minutes. I think the longest time was me looking for items, using the spidering technique, trying to find those items that I thought that I saw selling so I could copy them. But then once I picked what I wanted to sell, the listing, now I'm down to about 3 to 5 minutes at the most listing an item once I find what I wanted, because listing is easy now. And that's the thing about it. Once you get the hang of it, like anything, the sky's the limit. You're going to get the hang of it and start listing those items 3 minutes at the most and just knock that out.
Wow. So 850 to 1,000 items you have listed. Yes. How long did that take? Over the course of, I was thinking for me, it would take me a year.
It took a while. Well, remember, I was able to do this full time. I don't have a job, and I haven't since 2010. So I got 24 hours a day to do some listings. So when I first got started, I was listing literally 10, 15 hours a day, not just in front of the computer, getting my listings up, because I didn't really have I didn't have limits. So I just was listing. So that's the key. Just the time that you have, get it done. Just list. But yeah, I spent hours a day trying to find hot items, trying to find good sellers that I could spider through and get those listings up. But after I got them listed, after I picked some items, I started to realize the seasons and to think seasonal and look at what the stores are selling in my local area. Whatever they're doing this week, let me see if I can find it and list it as well. And that's kind of how I started doing it. Looking to see what the local papers had selling, again, still using the spider method, and going from there. But it did take a while at the beginning. Like everything, it took me forever to put a listing up, and maybe because I was overthinking it at the beginning too. I'll admit that. I have some tendencies to overthink and try to be a perfectionist, but once you realize you just got to get those listings up, that's really the key.
I hope everyone heard the $1 million tip Yvonne just dropped about checking out your local listings, paying attention to what's going on seasonally. I mean, that's something, when I used to sell on eBay, I was just doing the spider method. I would not think outside the box. But some people, you know, that one little tip can change everything for you. So here you go. You just got a $1 million tip from a 5-figure a month earner. Okay, thank you, Yvonne. So here's a good question. So I understand that you're a full-time, you do this full-time. We have a lot of members out there who are part-time. So could you sort of speak to them, to someone, let's say they're kind of new, they're still excited, they're trying to figure out their schedule. What would you tell them how to start to grow their business? They're brand new. What kind of advice would you give them?
2 things. Number 1, be patient with the process. okay? We realize you are working a full-time job, and so maybe you only have a few hours a day. Maybe you have to do this when your kids are asleep at night and you got to stay up a little late. If you can see my board, pride, personal responsibility, and daily effort. If you're going to be a business owner, even if it's part-time, do it every day part-time. Use that time. You know, be patient with the process. Know that it's going to be a learning curve, and don't be a know-it-all. You don't have to know it all before you take action. Stop being a know-it-all. Use that hour a day, 30 minutes a day, whatever you need to do. Use that time. Use it wisely, but take some action in your business, because that's the only way it's going to grow. You're never going to get those listings up if you're deciding that, oh, I'm tired today and I don't want to take action. I find that that is the biggest problem. Action is what it's all about. And again, you don't have to be a know-it-all. Just use the time that you have to start profiting, so that at some point maybe you can quit your job.
Wow. I think that's one of the things I noticed too, is that people just need to take all-out action. Just don't think too hard. Get to it. Put your listings up and just let it happen. So that's for someone who's new. So let's say someone's in DSD. They've been in for about, let's say, 6 months. They're in 6 months. They've had some success, but they're like, I want to get to the next level. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's the next step I should take. If someone could just give me a piece of advice to go from, making a few $100s a month to scaling up to like your first 1,000 a month, 2,000 a month, what would you tell someone who has a little bit of experience and they want to move forward?
Okay, so I have a lady in that same situation. Okay, and so this is what I told her the other day. When she told me, what you've been in for 6 months and you only have a small amount of listings, you have less than 100 items listed, and I want to know why. You've been in this long enough that you should have enough listings to get the results that you want. So when someone tells me that they've been in for months and they have like 10 listings up, 10 listings up to me is like opening a convenience store and all you have for sale is Pepsi and Cheetos. I came in your store and I want some Funyuns, okay? I want a Cinnabon, I want some cinnamon rolls. You don't have any on your shelf. So the concept here is, if you're in this thing, be in this thing and get those listings up. Don't dilly-dally with it and have 10 items up and say, oh, those 10 items aren't selling. You want to fill up your convenience store shelf with items that people are looking for. And the other thing, when someone tells me they have 100 items up and the sales are not coming in, okay, it's either your titles or you're just selling stuff that you think will sell. You didn't use the spider method and really look and analyze the products that are already selling. That's the key. That's what Roger teaches. The spider method is all about finding those people who are already selling what you can sell. Not what you think will sell, not because you like yarn, I'm going to throw up some yarn, different things like that. Get out of your own mind and think about what other people are looking for, because I've sold some stuff. I had no ever gonna buy it. I would never buy some of the stuff that I've sold. But hey, the seller that I saw is selling it like crazy, so of course I'm gonna follow suit, and that's the goal. It's kind of the follow the leader mentality. If you are not getting the sales that you want, you've got to figure out why. Again, it's your titles. There are not enough keywords in it, so nobody's finding what you're listing, or you just don't have enough listings up. That's really the only key. The more listings you have, the more sales you make, period.
Well, that makes a lot of sense to me. It makes a lot of sense to me. Does it make a lot of sense to you, Keisha?
Yeah, because I know when Yvonne, you first came on, we did something with like how to quit your job or something, and your exact words was, the one with the most listings wins. And I
remember that.
Yeah, I never got that. The person with the most listings wins. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. List more.
That really is the key. The more listings you have up, the more sales you can potentially make. It's a numbers game. And so the other thing, please don't take it personally if your things aren't selling. It's not you. They have no idea who you are. I see people that say, I can't sell anything. It's not you. It's what you're selling. Did you use the actual techniques that were taught to you, or are you selling what you think will sell? Take take the personal part out of it. It's not you personally who can't sell. You're just not listing the right thing. You're not thinking outside of the box, and that's really the key.
Mm. Whoa. Now, you have a team as well, Yvonne, correct?
I do, yes.
Okay. Now, when you first joined DSD, your intention was not to recruit. You just wanted to do the eBay thing. What changed your mind?
I'll tell you, because you're right. I had no intention. I was so done with recruiting. I was not going to become an affiliate at all. I'm going to quietly make this money on eBay. Then I'm going to learn Amazon, and that's all she wrote. I had no intention of building a team. But what hit me was that for all these years that I struggled, how could I not share this with people? Because this is something that anyone can do. Honestly, it saddens me to hear that somebody quit. Because I'm like, why did you quit? It saddens me. So I built this team. I was like, I have to start sharing it. I threw up a bunch of YouTube videos all at once. I think a lot of my videos all hit in the month of February. I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to share this with the world. And so I'm going to recruit. I'm going to put up all these YouTube videos. I'm going to start posting on Facebook. And there was a training that Reginald did on branding yourself that I really could say is the reason why I've been able to bring on so many people. Because it really is about building your brand. I'm Yvonne from Colorado. I've created this name for myself, and so I wanted that to be a part of what we were doing here. I wanted to brand myself and help people realize that DS Domination really is the only program out there that people really should take advantage of. Because if you really think about the network marketing industry that we've been in, companies come and go. I know that there is a jewelry line that just announced that it's shutting its doors, and I have a couple friends who quit their jobs to do that specific network marketing company. And so I have to share this with people. It's a must.
Wow. So you are selling on eBay, you're selling on Amazon, you have a team. Oh, here's a question I want to ask you, because now you're all over the leaderboard, and I was like, yes, another UOP member on the leaderboard. What has been your biggest success in terms of recruiting? What is your most influential tool that you use? YouTube. And so here's the thing. I love YouTube. I like making videos. And the key is, I'm going to be 100% transparent. I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to communicating the videos. I just put them up, okay? I put them up there, I post them on Facebook, and then because of Reginald, I listened to him and I said, I'm going to create this blog, and I created this content-driven blog of DS Domination information, frequently asked questions, tons of testimonials, and so I put that all up there. And so YouTube has been a major factor in me getting on those leaderboards. And I noticed I was on the leaderboard from like June through November every single month. And I'm like, whoa, really? So I was pretty shocked by that success myself. And so, but it really is YouTube and utilizing my blog because I just remember, again, with what Reginald taught us as far as not sending people directly to YouTube. So it's been YouTube to my blog, and then just, again, 2 emails a day go out to my list. I have 2 small lists. They're not major. I think maybe 3,000 on one and about another couple thousand on another. So I've got a list of 5,000 people that I send to every day. I do participate in the co-op when it's open. I know it's closed until January, but I was buying shares in that. But really just mainly YouTube. And I don't know what I'm doing as far as syndication goes. Just put them up, try to get 20 to 30 views a day. It's crazy because I have this YouTube channel with like 100,000 views. And I'm like, how did that happen, right? I have no idea what you're doing. But like Keisha always says, take imperfect action. So I don't know what I'm doing. But if I record a video and put it up, I'm pretty sure I can get a few people to look at it.
Now, had you done videos before DS Domination? I did, but only a year prior to that. I was doing the $80, I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying company names, but the last company I did before DS Domination, I bought a course from a guy, probably a well-known guy. I don't know if I should mention his name, but I bought a course, a YouTube course, and I learned how to start making videos. I still don't really know what I'm doing, but hey, I get it done. I get some videos going. I'm not always camera ready, so I like to do screencast videos where I can just talk about a Facebook post and put it up because I'm not always camera ready. Who is?
Right, right. So here's something that I always hear people asking. You know, people out there who say, oh, I want to do videos, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid to do videos. I don't know what to say. What would you tell them? How do they get started?
Okay, you can't be afraid. You're gonna have to get over it. I got a whole bunch. I'm nervous right now as we speak. You probably can't tell, but I'm shaking right now, literally, because I am nervous to be in front of a camera too. You're just gonna have to get over it. Whatever. Start your very first video about why I joined DS-Domination, or go in our Facebook group. We're part of this huge team where everybody's posting their success. Go record a video about somebody who posted something on Facebook and get it out there. You don't always have to be in front of the camera. It's best if you are, because people get to know, like, and trust you. So it is best if you are in front of the camera a few times, but you don't always have to be. So every video doesn't have to be you playing the guru, because if you're not a guru, what are you going to say? You know, so just be honest, be yourself, and talk about the success of others. You'll notice that I don't do very many proof videos. I noticed that when I did most of my videos that get dislikes is when I'm talking about me and my proof and being, as what people like to call, braggadocious. So it's easier for me to just talk about the success of others, and then I won't get any dislikes. So, you know, do a few proof videos of yourself, what you've sold on eBay. Don't log into your eBay account and be giving away your username and stuff. You don't need to do all that. But talk about your success. You know, how many sales have you made this week? But that's really all it is. Just if you can. What the cool thing about it is that we have this huge team of people. So even if you've only made 2 sales since you got here, so what? Make a video about some other stuff and let people know that you're going to be a part of this amazing team. Look at this team. Look at what we're all doing as a team. And that's really how it works. Then people will join you because you brought them to this, but they also realize they get to be a part of the team. And that's another point that I wanted to bring out. A lot of people complain that, hey, my sponsor's not available. You forgot. You're part of this team. We're all your sponsors now. We all jump into that group and answer all your questions. So it's not about your own personal sponsor. You got like 16,000 sponsors in the group answering questions. So you don't worry about what your sponsor's doing. If you want to be successful at DS-Domination, you take daily action in what you're doing. Put some videos out there. That's really all it's all about. Stop blaming your sponsor. Let them do what they're going to do. You take responsibility in what you got going on every day. Get a YouTube video up. If you're not going to do YouTube, do Facebook, do Instagram, do Pinterest. Go pin some pictures up, okay? Do something, though, because you really can do something and really make this thing work.
Woo! I feel like you just spanked me. But I think it's great. A lot of times we do need someone to just really put it out there for us and say, you know, your success is really about you. And that's what the great thing about DSD is, that it's not about your sponsor, it's not about your team. This is really all about you and the effort that you put forth. So Yvonne, in order to be an amazing leader that you are, you have to mentor. You have to have a mentor. You have to have someone that you emulate. You may not always be in constant contact with them, but who are the people that you follow? Who are the people that motivate you and keep you going, and people who you emulate to, you know, help you continue to be successful?
Okay, so through the years, I've picked a mentor from each of the different companies that I've been a part of. And again, they were mentors. Like, I didn't know what I was doing, so I thought they were showing me the right things to do. It wasn't until I met a lady named Patty, okay, and she's the one who took me by the hand. We talked about branding. That's where Yvonne from Colorado came into play. We talked about branding. And because at the time, of course, you always needed to recruit. Every company was about recruiting. So we didn't have this, what is going on with DS-Domination, where there's no recruiting. So, of course, she took me by the hand and she talked about branding yourself. Okay, and so that's what I did. She also introduced me to Danny Johnson, and listening to some of her live trainings, live kind of coaching calls per se, introduced me to several books, The Millionaire Mind, starting to literally really just tap into myself, tap into what I have inside of me to be able to share with the world and be the leader that I want to be. I was so busy looking for a leader, looking for someone who could mentor me, when it really was just me taking the time to better myself. Okay, and that's really what it was all about, just me bettering myself and getting rid of this okay, so there's a guy named Brian Carruthers, and he has a video, and he talked about having a popcorn mentality, and that was me for a long time. So I'm going to explain a little bit about what that is for those of you who probably have never seen this video, but he talked about popping a bag of popcorn. And you put this bag of popcorn, if you read the instructions, it says put the bag of popcorn in the microwave on high from 2 to 4 minutes. And so you put this popcorn in the microwave and you put it on for 3 minutes, okay? And you start the microwave and it's going. And what happens with popcorn? You don't hear anything, right? For like the first 30 seconds, you don't hear anything popping. You're like, hey, something's wrong with the popcorn. Let me stop the microwave. Something's not right. That's kind of the mindset in our business. The popcorn's not popping. Something's wrong with my business. Something's wrong with me. Something's wrong. Okay, so we stopped the microwave, and then we started again, and 30 more seconds go by. Why is this popcorn not popping? Why is it not popping? Okay, something's wrong. Again, something's wrong with me, and I'm just not a good business person. I'm going to quit this business and move on to something else because this popcorn is not popping. But with popcorn, we leave it in for the full 3 minutes. We know it's going to pop at some point, right? So that's the kind of mentality we need with our business. And so I've learned from watching that video and learning about having this popcorn mentality. Let it pop. Keep working your business to the point where it starts to pop for you. You have this full bag of popcorn and this prosperity, and now you're living this wonderful life because you let the bag of popcorn pop and didn't stop in the microwave. So that's the kind of thing we have to think about in our businesses. Keep working at it and leave the microwave alone and let it pop.
Let it pop. How many times, and this is to the audience here, how many times have you guys been in this opportunity or maybe another opportunity, and it, like she says, is you've been in it for a week, a month, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. She's like, it's just not working. Do you understand what happens when you start to tell yourself these things? You're basically you're creating this self-fulfilling prophecy where things will not happen. And I love that analogy about the popcorn. I never thought about that. Just let it pop. So guys, another amazing analogy for you, another piece of the pie that has been filled for you, your mindset, how crucial it is in this business. You really have to take it upon yourself to improve yourself every single day. So Yvonne, are you reading any books? Like, do you listen to any particular audios? Do you have a favorite? You know, what is it that you do every day to kind of get yourself in the right frame of mind for your business?
Okay, so I'm not a reader. I don't like to read. I get audiobooks.
Cool.
I'm going to be honest with you. When I start reading something, I doze off. Okay? It is
right?
Don't judge me. Okay, so I like audiobooks. I have a few. But really, I haven't bought one in a while. I was getting ready to participate in Keisha's book club, and then I bought the book, and I am a procrastinator when it comes to personal development. I'm going to be honest with you on this hangout. I don't read very often. I do spend time in the morning doing my prayer and reading my Bible. I do that daily. But reading personal help books is really just a quick video or a quick audio, or I'll jump on YouTube and look for something about motivation and watch an ET video, Eric Thomas. Do something to get my mind right, but I don't really spend too much time reading books. I just don't. But if I get a book, it's typically an audio book. The last audio book I got was The Millionaire Mind, and the 4-Hour Work Week.
Oh yeah,
the one that I was able to listen to.
Awesome. I appreciate that honesty. I do. I like to read. I'm the opposite. Audios knock me right out. But I appreciate that you shared that. So Yvonne, what is next in your business? What do you envision for yourself, your business, your future? What is it what's the next level for you?
Okay, so the unit of prosperity is amazing to me. I have bought a whole bunch of hoodies, and I'm like, I'm here till the day I die, right? Because I love what we've got in this group. I'm a member, again, the UOP Council, and I am excited about 2015. Number one, we've got the Fire Your Boss Conference coming. If you have not already bought your tickets, you need to buy it. Get to that event, because I'm going to train on the fastest way to increase your feedback, how I opened up a brand new eBay account just as a test, a brand new eBay account, and got a turquoise star in 5 days. It was 120 positive feedback in 5 days. I'm going to train you on that when we get to this event. For the last month and a half, I've been focused on Monopoly. I love it. Roger was 100% right when he said that it took a lot less items up for you to make sales. So in 2015, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm probably going to transition more towards selling on Amazon and less selling on eBay, because in the last month and a half, I've made a good amount of money selling on Amazon, and so I want to focus on that with Monopoly. I'm gonna finally tap into Genesis, and I really am setting the intention to get a branded item from China. Okay, I'm gonna learn that, and I'm gonna do it. Now I'm also excited about options domination. Now I'm not gonna lie, that seems like some really easy money without recruiting, and I'm going to learn options. I'm going to learn how to read a chart. I'm going to learn how to use these signals. I'm a part of the beta test right now, so I'm pretty excited about getting signals and learning how to do that. So 2015 is going to be about options, selling on Amazon, continuing to build a team, but I am here to stay. This has been an amazing ride, and if you had told me 16 months ago that I would make close to 200,000 in the year, I'm blown away. This has been awesome, and I'm not going anywhere, and people can't even tell me anything. Look at this link. No, I'm not going to look at your link. I'm going to be honest with you and tell you that DSD and the UOP and whatever they have rolling out, I'm all in.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yvonne, that was amazing. I too, I'm so excited about options. I'm also in the beta group. I haven't done anything with it yet, but believe me, it is on the schedule to master next year. Everyone, we are about 15 minutes towards the end of the hour, and this is your time. This is your time to ask your questions of Yvonne. She shared so much of herself and how to grow your business tonight, but there may be some of you out there who have a specific question. So I'm going to head over to the chat here, and if you have a question for Yvonne, put it in the chat, and I'm going to ask her. So let's see what's going on here.
While you're looking at the questions, Yvonne, that's just every time. I mean, I'm totally inspired. I almost was like, man, I gotta fire up my eBay, okay? It almost inspired me. I'm actually working with my husband on eBay, so, and I'm just like, oh my God, just list the item. It only takes 2 minutes. So
eBay is fun. It really is. It's fun. You just love it. You just love when you make those sales. And again, just to be able to do something without recruiting, this has been awesome.
Yeah, I will say we made a sale because he listed something. My husband actually listed something on eBay, and it sold. Okay, so for me it was like, okay, one, the process still works. Even if we've been in, we got in September 2013. So, for us, it was like, okay, the process still works. I mean, he watched Roger's videos. He did the same exact thing. We don't have any super secret, methods or anything. He just watched the training and went, and he listed something, and I was just like, babe, what is that? It was kind of like one of those, total guy, type of things. And sure enough, it sold, and I was like, wow, this thing still absolutely works. So the cha-ching on my phone was really cool. I was like, oh my God, we made a sale.
Yeah, you just have to trust the process. I mean, it is what it is. It's a training video. Watch it over and over. Watch the videos over and over if you need to, but just implement what is being taught. It really does work.
Yeah, it really does. So,
I have a question. Well, not I have a question. The audience has a question. Okay. How do you manage 1,000 listings?
I knew that question was coming. Okay, so there's a spreadsheet in the group that I've been using, and I'll admit that I do get help from my son. Okay, he's a little bit more savvy on some of this stuff. So I use a spreadsheet. I use trackif.com. I'm going to be honest, I have not implemented listing integration. I have not. Not yet. Yeah, I will, I guess, at some point, but my Excel spreadsheet in TrackIf has been working just fine. I also have the whole shopping cart on another Amazon account so that I can log in and keep track of out-of-stock items. It is difficult to keep track of that many items. I do have some items that go out of stock. I did agree that I should not be selling right now because I may not be able to get some items out to people by Christmas. But yes, I think the spreadsheet should be in the UOP. Someone put it there. But it's just a spreadsheet that you can keep track of everything if you're not going to implement listing integrations. I understand that listing integrations work it was a little glitchy for me when I started trying to use it, so I just never went back to trying it again. But trackif.com works, and the spreadsheet works for you to be able to keep track of that kind of stuff. And of course, the Amazon wish list or shopping cart.
Right. And 3 minutes, by the time you got to 3 minutes a listing, were you able to get the time down to 3 minutes by just getting more familiar with the process, or did you use a specific tool to help you list faster?
No, just more familiar with the process. The time spent is usually just picking the item, picking it, finding it, and that's it. Once you've been able to do your sales calculator and you know what your profit's going to be, the listing piece is the easiest part, because now you know what profit you're going to make when you get that listing up. So that's really the hardest part of it, is just finding the item, or figuring out which seller you want to spider through. Now, when you do find a seller that you're copying from, you don't spider and list all of his or her items. You choose 5 or 6 and then try to move on and find another seller to go with. But once you start to get the idea of what's hot, what's selling at that moment, then you look for, and it's kind of what supremacy is for, related items. You start to sell more when you have related items. So if you're selling like a bathroom vanity, then figure out if you can get a matching cabinet with it. Whatever, that increases your sales, because it's kind of like a bundle on eBay, kind of. You're kind of putting up more items that match each other, so that people will buy more of your items. I mean, I had a guy buy like 7 of my items, random different items, and bought 7 of them, 7 different pieces, because I had matching stuff.
I have another question. Can you give specific information on how Elite has helped you make more money than with Pro?
Okay, because Pro is all about getting your items from Amazon. That's your only source. That is your only source. So if you sell an item and it's out of stock on Amazon and you don't know about these other sources that you can go source from, then what do you end up doing? You cancel the order and you lose profit. But if you can figure out where to use the Elite sources and go find that item elsewhere, you can continue to increase your profit margin. And then I remember we had that special Elite only members training that Jock did. And he brought up a whole nother, because you're part of the UOP, you get these supplemental trainings. So he brought up a whole nother source that wasn't even in the Elite trainings that we could use. And so that's a benefit in itself, just being an Elite member. You get access to some Elite level training and some additional stuff that you would never know if you were just at Pro. Besides that, Pro is there to really just show you that it works. That's an entry-level position. That's not where you should be staying if you really want to take your business to the next level and go full-time.
Wow. Woo. Okay, I have another question. Let me see here. Here's a question. I know we cannot give business advice. However, do you have a business? Do you have like a corporation, an LLC? What did you do in terms for tax purposes?
I do have a corporation. It's still under Yaya Services Incorporated. It is a S Corp, and I don't want to give tax advice. I don't want to tell you to get an S Corp over a LLC or anything like that. But I have an S Corp. I still operate under the umbrella of Yaya Services Inc. because I have had that corporation since like 2003, and so I was able to continue to use that as my business model for doing eBay.
Okay. Let's see. Can you explain a little bit more about what options is all about?
Okay, I will try to do my best. There was like, let me see. Okay, so options is about trading binary options, and I really can't explain that. So whoever asked that question, I can tell you to go back and watch the corporate webinar, the one from October. I don't know if it's in our back office or not, or Facebook me, and I will send you to a video that explains options. I'm brand new to the beta, and like Val, I haven't tapped into it. I did just get on the Reginald did a quick kind of like getting started for newbies in options, and so I kind of have a grasp on it, but basically we're trading binary options and we're using signals to do so, but that is about the scope of the knowledge that I have on that.
Yes, exactly. That's what we're doing. You're going to get, we're doing a pre-launch right now, which has been amazing for so many people, where we're kind of preparing for the options launch, which should be taking place in a few weeks. And what we're doing is that we're showing you how to set up your demo accounts. We're giving you signals so you can start taking trades on your demo account where you're not losing any money. And you're going to be in a position that when options launches, that you're going to be ahead of the curve. You're going to know terminology. You're going to understand how to read charts. You're going to understand what candles mean. You're going to understand what binaries are. So that's what we're doing. And I mean, it's just amazing what the UOP does to help its members.
Valerie, let me add on to that too.
Yes.
Let me add on to that. If you are watching this hangout and you used to be in DS Domination and you are not active, you are about to lose a lot of money when this options domination matrix launches. Okay, so it's based on when you joined DS Domination. I advise you highly to go and reactivate your account, because I've been in several matrices and I have made a ton of money from being in the first position. First access to matrices will get you a ton of money if you're in there and you get spillover. We have a huge team. I don't want to guarantee spillover, but I'm telling you now, you're going to be kicking yourself because you didn't spend $19.95 to be a part of the matrix, and you can't get put into the matrix unless you have an active pro DSD membership. So if you're watching this, you don't want to do eBay or whatever, you at least need to activate pro membership so that you can be a part of first access to options domination. And that's all I'm going to say.
Right? I remember in the corporate webinar, I was listening about this new matrix, and I'm listening to what they're telling us is coming down the pipe. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And
right.
How it's going to completely change. Can you imagine just being a member at the pro level and making money for basically not doing anything? Because
exactly.
We're in position. And a lot of times, that's what you have to do. You have to put yourself in a position to get what you want. You want to make more money on eBay? Put yourself in position. Get the training that you need. Upgrade to the next level and start making bigger profits. Attend the events. Attend the trainings. Put yourself in position. You say you want to make residual income? Okay, then it's time for you to put yourself in position. Make videos, post on Facebook, send emails out to your list. It's all about positioning and leverage. And Yvonne is absolutely right. You're going to be missing out on so much opportunity. You're going to be missing out on money, quite frankly. I mean, nothing is wrong with you making money. How else are you going to take care of your family? How else are you going to provide to charities? How are you going to live a life without having money? So if you are an old member and you're thinking, you know what, maybe I should give DSD a try again, you should. And you need to get back with the person you originally signed up with. If you joined DS Domination back in October of last year and you decide, I'm going to rejoin now, no. You need to go back and join with the person you signed up with in October. It's about positioning. So Yvonne, thank you so much for mentioning that, because I definitely wanted to talk about that.
You're welcome.
And I think we might be done with our questions here. Yep, I think we're about done. Akeisha got that question. Awesome. Okay, that seems to be about it. Yvonne, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I was so stoked about this webinar because as much as everyone else gets something out of it, you have no idea the things that I get out of it. Every little thing that you just say, I'm just like, wow. And I love your blog. I've taken hints from your blog, and I've changed things the way I do with mine. So I'm just completely in awe of you, and I just want to thank you so much for joining us. And Keisha, we have a book to give away, don't we?
Yes. Yes, we do. Okay, I'm over here scrolling and looking. Just, you know, like, oh my goodness. You guys, I have a book here that I met the author. Actually, I went out to dinner with my family and met the author and bought it like instantly. I'm all about, you know, financial freedom and different things, and it was so fitting. We're getting ready to go into a holiday season where many people spending money that they don't have for gifts they should not buy. And unfortunately, as much as we could preach, you know, things to do, people still do things they want to do. But this book here is about living your life recession-proof. It's practical tips for lifestyle sustainability during hard times. And I wanted to give away this book to someone tonight on the Hangout. I will actually mail it to you the first of the year. No, I'm just kidding. I'll actually get it out to you next week. But is this Christmas week? Oh my goodness.
It sure is.
Man, that came so fast. So there's a few things that Yvonne said that actually I could pull from. Some things are more memorable than others. And so I don't want to make this too easy.
Right?
Right. Yeah. I don't want to make this too easy, but I do think that there are some things that she mentioned that we want you all to take note of. And I think that I will actually do this question. You're going to send an email, and not the same email I normally use, because of course I'm not that crazy, okay? I'll tell you the email once I tell you the question. So the question is, in what month was Yvonne's her best month that she had, and what was the dollar amount that was made in that month? Okay, you got the question, but you don't know what to do with it. So just hold your horses, right? Hold your horses, okay? So I want you to email me the answer to this question to the email address bassbamrocks@gmail.com. Okay? What month was Yvonne's personal best, and how much did she make that month? And you're going to email it to bassbamrocks@gmail.com. The first person that gets the correct answer, you got the book. Okay? I should have got this book autographed. I was there with the author. I didn't even think about that. And maybe I'll meet up with her and just see if she'll autograph it. But nevertheless, let me just log into that email account. I don't want to kick myself off. Thank you, Yvonne, so much. I'm so inspired by every time I hear you. And your blog is amazing. Okay, like I'm still working on getting my YouTube thumbnails as good as yours. Okay, I'm like, dang. I'm thinking like, dang, and she gets better and better. Like every time I see them, then they get better. I'm like, man, what's next? So like maybe we could get Yvonne to teach us how to do YouTube thumbnails one day or something.
Well, thank you. You know what? I could do that. I use a software called Blue. Well, it's really not even a software. It's a website builder, Blue Voda, and you can literally download download the builder, and you don't even really need to have hosting, because you can kind of do a preview of it. I'll have to put together a video or something. I'll have to put together a video on how I do that. Yeah. How I remove my images from behind me and all that.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, because one of the things, okay, so this is one of the things that in 2015 with the Winning Women Network, those of you who are actually still alive, is that, of course I want to bring more value to you all. And one of the things that many of you said you wanted was training, right? You didn't want me, you wanted some training on different topics. So maybe, Yvonne, in preparation for your for the event in February, maybe we can get you to do some training. You can practice, okay? We could get you to come and practice, okay?
Okay, I could work on that. That's one of my fears. I'm really a shy person, and I tell Richard all the time I can't really train. I'm nervous, so I'll have to get out of my fear and show that to you guys.
You guys, did Yvonne sound nervous at all to you all?
Thank you. Did she sound like a true professional? She's done this 100 times.
Well, thank you.
Like, Yvonne, you could say that story for some.
It's true.
Somebody somewhere wants to hear that story, but it's not me. I don't believe that. Like, oh my God. You guys, I'm actually trying to remember my password, so give me just a minute. Keep talking.
Yvonne, so I'm just going to ask you one last question.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the last.
What are you doing for Christmas?
What do I want for Christmas?
What do you want for Christmas?
You know what? I was just talking to my family about that today. I don't want anything. I have everything that I need. I just want to spend time, you know. I just enjoy spending time. So for Christmas, we go over to my aunt's house on Christmas Eve, and we do a gift exchange, and it's really me and my extended family, cousins, aunts, uncles, big family. We go and we do a gift exchange, and we eat and hang out, and then my mom and dad will come over, and they're going to stay the night, and so Christmas Day I get to spend with them, and I can't really think of anything that I want. Everything that I want, I kind of have. I just paid off my car. That was cool.
Nice.
So I don't really need or want anything.
Just that's a blessing. That's a true blessing, though. It really is.
Yeah, just
Keisha, do we have a winner?
Yeah.
Do we have a winner?
Yeah, I'm sure we do. I just have to get into email.
You can't get into your email?
So, keep talking, guys. You guys got questions, you better ask them now. I had a question, but I forgot. I'll have to wait for my iPad to come on. As I realize I can't log out of this. I don't know what I made this password. You know, I have LastPass. So normally LastPass logs into it for me.
I see.
Hey, I got it. Woohoo!
All right, who's the big winner? Who's the lucky winner?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I got into my email finally. Jeez Louise, and I got 100 emails. Oh my God. OMG. And hopefully you guys are in the United States. I should have said that because I'm not sending no book to another country. So yeah. Okay, let me see. Okay, so looks like we have a winner. And we have, well, let me see if the answer is right. So, we have, this is not, the first person is not the winner because they said May, but they said $50,000. Like, she did good, but I don't think it was 50,000.
Right, it was not 50, no.
50K, okay, so I got to go to the next person. So they got the right month. May, right. Somebody said 12,000. That wasn't the number they gave out. Okay, maybe I'm finally at the person. May and then 15,000. Is that correct, Yvonne?
Yes, yay!
So it's Andrea. So it's Andrea Henderson.
Oh, nice.
I won't say your name out. I mean your email address because it doesn't have your name, but I know your name. Andrea Henderson is actually our winner tonight. So Andrea,
awesome.
If you just message me and send me your address, I'll get this book over to you. So congratulations on that. Thank you so much, Yvonne, for inspiring so many more people to live their very best life now. Of course, that's my favorite hashtag.
You guys are so welcome. It was an honor to be here, and you guys don't realize how much I really follow you guys. You know, I'm on, I believe, both of your lists, and so I get to see your. I get a copy of you and resend them to my list. And everything you do on Facebook, and then Val her videos every day. I'm like, wow, I need to kick it up a notch on the videos, at least getting one out every day or something. But yeah, I admire both of you, and I'm glad to be on the council with both of you and just be a part of this. So thanks for having me.
That's so awesome. Yvonne's the one that sends me a message to be like, hey, Keisha, that link was broken in your email. I'm like, oh, thanks, dang it. And she's like, oh, your name wasn't right. And I think one time I sent it, like, your name's not right in that email. I was like, oh, okay, I'll change that.
I told you I'm a perfectionist, right?
Yeah. No, and it was actually, no, my designer created something for me, and she caught that my name wasn't right in the design. She was like, oh, your name is not spelled right. I was like, oh, snaps, I didn't even see that. So
that was pretty funny.
I appreciate your perfectionism. It actually comes, I benefit from it. So, yeah. You guys have actually been here for another edition of the Winning Women Network, Spotlight interview. Thank you, Val. Val was actually, we've had an amazing year. Val was actually the brainchild behind doing the Spotlight interviews. So thank you, Val, for bringing this. We've actually We were crib mates and everything. I always tell people we were crib mates. So look out for 2015, you all. We're going to do some even more amazing things, because that's just what you have to do, right? You just got to keep stepping it up, and that's what we're going to do. So if you all have ideas, that you want to present to us, then send us an email, winningwomennetwork@gmail.com. Send us our email address. We'll look at them. Because next year, it's all about growth, development, going to the next level. And we're business owners. Yvonne has brought some amazing tips and, strategy to us, mindset. Do you have, Cheetos and Pepsis in your store, right? That's really a question for us to ask, and those of us as well that are actually marketers. And I'm not going to prolong this interview much longer, but those of us who are marketers, for us as marketers, right? Do you have Cheetos and Pepsis in your store? And that's all you're offering to people, and maybe that's why you're not building and you're not growing as an affiliate, because all you have is Cheetos and Pepsis, right? And it's time for you to expand and get rid of the popcorn mentality. Okay, so I'll bring it all back in, right? Time to get rid of that popcorn mentality, that if in 1 week you put something out and it doesn't produce a result, now you're shutting down your store, you're shutting down shop, this doesn't work, this is a scam. Now you're going back to your dead-end job, right? Right. So some of you were invited tonight, and you're looking for a way out, right? You want a way out, just as Yvonne kept looking for a way out. Well, we have a way out for you. So there's a link below, right? You can, I think it's now just join, get more information. Get back with the person that invited you here tonight and tell them you want out of the rat race. What's the solution for you? Now, we can't promise you that you're going to get started tonight, and then, a few months from now, you're going to have a 5-figure income just like Yvonne. We can't make any sort of promises at all, but we know that we have a way that you can get out of the rat race. I don't even think about jobs. I get offended when people even talk to me about, working a job, because I feel like for me, okay, I always like to tell people, for me, that's a dead-end thing for me, right? I don't need to go and work for someone else and build someone else's dream. I have my own dreams, right? And I always come up with ideas to make money, because money is everywhere. It's floating, and the reason why you don't have money is because you don't have a collection plate. Well, we got a collection plate. Right? We are going to give you the collection plate with the website and the training and everything, and then you can do whatever you want to with the collection plate, right? You can grow and expand and become a Fortune 500 company from this one little collection plate we got tonight. So if I were you, I would just get started, right? So you can connect with the amazing, network that we've created here for women and men, right? So I'm not going to exclude men, but this is the Winning Women Network. So I speak to women, but men too, right? We have a network that we want to connect you with, that we know will change your life. So get started tonight, you guys. We will see you next year. So no more Winning Women Network. I think we have some more Sundays, but we may just be off for the rest of the year. I want you all to think, right? And I want you guys to, think about, what is 2015 going to look like for you? How many lives are you going to change in 2015? Are you going to be selfish, right? And just, me and mine. I want you to think about that. And let's come back next year. Let's hit them hard, right? Let's go far. Let's go the distance, because it's in us. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it in us. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Is actually the Unit of Prosperity. I believe there's a hangout tomorrow night. I think we'll be on tomorrow night. The Unit of Prosperity will be hanging out. It's at theunithangout.com, or get the link from the person that invited you here tonight, guys. I love you. I'll see you next year. Bye. Whoop, whoop.
Thank you for watching. For more information, go to the About tab and visit my website. You'll see it right there in the description. It's partnerwithyvonne.com. Again, www.partnerwithyvonne.com.